Well. Here I was fully prepared to do a recap for you again, just in case you missed it.
Previously on.
Yeah. So I'm not even gonna waste any time. Let's go. Okay, let's adjust the sound.
We're hanging off that cliff.
Pardon?
I said we're hanging off that cliff.
Yeah, we're hanging off that cliff.
We hanging off that cliff.
The smear of blood never existed. Actually, yeah, that blood still looks fake as fuck.
It did, right? Like, also, it wasn't. That floor blood was not there, and there was stuff in the dude.
So that makes me think that she put it there, you know, because the smoke bomb happened, and then all of a sudden there were
like somebody did it while she distracted everybody.
Yeah. Either way, it's very sus.
It is extremely sus. It is his tomato soup. Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's in on it.
Drink. Yeah.
He set them up. The bomb.
Okay. All right. Okay. Are you ready?
So previously on Ace Attorney, what is this? What are we playing? Ace Attorney Magical Girl Chronicles?
No.
What are we?
Crystal Chronicles.
Great.
The Great Ace Attorney. Something.
No, the
Chronicles. Like, all I think of is Chronicles.
That's why, it's something. It doesn't matter. Chronicles. That's why you think Chronicles, because it's the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
That's it.
That smear of blood never existed.
Alright. Objection. What are you talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood. Is it though? Is it? I dispute.
It's fresher than the other stuff if it is clearly blood.
Yeah.
Because it's a brighter red.
Also, how thick is this blood? Look, it's very much above the... It's really thick for blood.
It could be a smear, just artistically represented poorly.
Also, okay, so here for another question. If he fell down, and we're gonna assume he fell face forward, how deep do you think the dagger would have gone through the abdomen? Because it wasn't all that deep into the abdomen. Like, if he fell down, I would have expected a dagger to create quite a mess. Just putting it out there.
I still think he fell down.
Yeah, but it's just... yeah. Anyway.
Objection!
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb.
Well, combs are not very good for mopping up blood.
Sometimes I really don't like it. If you fall, there should be more splatter, it's true. So I can state with absolute surety, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage.
He's not wrong, it wasn't there.
It wasn't there. Mostly the blood on the floor wasn't there.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Yeah.
At least, not until this trial began.
But are you suggesting, Lord Van Zieks, that this stain of blood was...
fabricated, my lord? Yes. And while this court has been in session...
The thing is, like, right now, I'm very much still kind of on his side with this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like...
Sorry, I also read that completely wrong. And while this court has been in session...
What?
Thank you. What a
palaver,
to be sure. I'm trying to remember how I did this. I must say, I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Zieks. With such a fine nose. I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life.
I don't trust you.
I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Why all of a sudden? Because he seemed pretty...
yeah.
done before. Like, he was like, yeah, whatever. And now he's like,
I don't
whatever,
know.
it's fine. Yeah.
Hello,
Hello, Canado. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. McGilded, I realise that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. you're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty.
Well, he is filthy rich. What do we expect?
And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts.
Yeah, we've been doing so much for this guy. He keeps
does
making
keep
himself
making
very
himself
sus.
more sus. It's true.
Yeah. Adapt the facts. What does that even mean?
Well, there's blood,
Oh.
but there was no blood.
Sir, how
That's
many glasses is that?
7, 8.
I didn't realise this. Look, I'm gonna move aside for a second. Look at the Grim Reaper on this fucking
my
bottle. I have
God.
not noticed that. There's
That
a
is-
fucking Reaper.
He's drinking like own
Right?
breath.
No, isn't a Reaper? Yeah, I think it's
I'm
a
pretty
Reaper with
sure
two
it's-
sides. I
think so.
swear that's what it's supposed to be.
Mans is drinking own brand wine. That's. I think it's actually grape juice.
Yeah. Maybe it's cranberry juice. It's good for you.
Maybe, yeah, it's true.
Kinda has the colour of cranberry juice.
Yeah, do you think he has a UTI? That's why he's so mean.
Yeah.
Okay. When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible.
Uh-huh.
Tampering with evidence,
Uh-huh.
manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses.
I mean, again, he's filthy rich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean-
if 6 is not wrong here.
I hate the fact that I'm on this man's side
Yeah.
currently.
Yeah. It's just a bit of a...
He's pretty sus.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's super sus. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir. Tut tut, Lord Van Seeks. This will not do, to be sure.
I don't like this man.
No. Will it now, Counsel?
Oh, no.
No, I totally agree with her. I think it's fair to say this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. You're talking about yourself, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like she's very innocent and somehow got like super roped into all of this. I don't know, man.
I just want her to
No.
be innocent because I like her
Same.
design. I think she's
Yeah.
adorable.
She's great. Anyway.
The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say? But if you all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? Yet, did we all forget the smoke bombs?
Oh,
How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife seeing?
Jesus fucking Christ! What do you take us for? We even look.
Yeah. Isn't that right now, Counsel?
Like, I'm gonna continue to just oppose him. Like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing. It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the
No,
entire
it
time that the
hasn't.
court has been in session.
No, it hasn't.
Right, but
No, it hasn't.
no.
My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter in your own words.
Well, as you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during the trial? If you're asking me, I think it could have been possible. Yep. Yep. We even left the courtroom for a while.
We did, and there was smoke.
Yeah. As a defense lawyer, it is my job to advocate for the defendant as best as I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here.
I mean, yeah, it's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility.
Oh,
Good gracious! Explain yourself, counsel!
time to make everyone laugh. Yeah. Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit.
Deceit? I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. Could have happened before that, I mean, but yeah. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade.
I mean, we literally looked at the carriage not that far before it.
No, and there was
there
nothing!
was nothing on the floor.
I carefully
There
investigated
was
them.
stuff in the
Because-
box.
Yeah, I was like, well, there seems very little blood in here
Yeah.
for the stabbing. I
Yeah.
thought it was very sussy that there was not enough blood. I was like, what is man blood? Very, like, little
Yeah.
on the... Anyway. What's going on?
Careful, Mr. Naruhodo. Cover your face.
I'm glad we're getting a recap.
Yeah. Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus. Again, we were all
Curses.
joking about him running off with ghost horses in the omnibus.
Yeah, I hereby call any merchant to recess. Recess? Yeah. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom. The courtroom was filled with smoke and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus.
Dun-dun-dun. I like that we did a little twirl. That was a nice touch.
Yes. I always think we should be on the left-hand side. It just does my head in every single time we're on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I guess it's because it kind of... It's from the jury's perspective, so it's like...
Yeah.
Are you wise? I don't know what that means. What are you trying to pull, you rotten, feckless gouger?
Feckless gouger!
You're supposed to be defending me! 'Tis a wicked plot! 'Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is!
Objection!
We did need a flashback. Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus.
Yeah, and he suddenly had a story ready for it all too.
Yeah.
It's just sus, so get out!
Yeah.
Inconsistencies? Such as?
To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely full before. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items.
Yeah.
Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning. Yeah, there was merit without doubt on that. Exactly that.
Unfortunately, Lord Forensics, no one is able to corroborate your claims.
Yeah, like nobody's really touching on the fact that there's a massive amount of blood on the floor that wasn't there before.
Yeah, we're just... That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut.
Yeah, no.
But we
looked
looked into
inside!
What? Game should have let me do that if it wasn't
We've
allowed.
also even established that we have looked.
Yeah.
Because it asked
Yeah.
you whether or not you looked inside and whether or not it was full or empty.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not. It is. Like,
Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things. What do you think
sorry?
about the omnibus? Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? I mean, are they talking about all the blood on the floor? Or is there something else I've missed?
Although we can have a look.
I'm not supposed to, like, have noticed whether or not there's anything missing on the back or something, is there? Still the 418, right?
Yeah, still the 418. Still the Phoenix Wright omnibus.
I can't. This is the only problem I really, really often have with these games. It's like, I don't know if it's the super freaking obvious blood on the floor or something more subtle that I'm supposed to have noticed.
As a side note, I do like the fact that there's like the butt and the feet imprint here, like of like the wear and tear.
That is nice.
It's a nice detail. Yeah, the storage is empty into 2 bloodstains. Yeah, I mean the other bloodstain as well.
Yeah, we haven't covered the other bloodstain yet.
So I'm just gonna say I have an inkling because frick it, there's not. I have an an inkling, because that bloodstain wasn't there.
It
And if this is the
wasn't,
wrong
no,
one,
for
then
sure.
I'm sure we'll find something. My lord? Yes, counsel? There is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial. What?
What in the devil's name are you gonna say now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggot, you'd better...
Objection!
Start
Madam?
watching your back.
Madam. Madam. Silence, McGilded. The court awaits the defence's clarification.
I don't like the guy we're defending. I would be like, find yourself another one. I'm out. Peace. But I know we can't.
Yeah.
Grr. This
Oh,
trial,
sorry. Grr.
this trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception.
It's just like being a real lawyer. You have to defend him.
Yeah. What am I supposed to believe here?
I believe...
I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. Okay, can I just point at the fucking... Where exactly is this... Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim appeared at some point during the trial? Hi, can I... Hi! This here. That's blood, isn't it? Yeah, that's the...
Something wrong?
Oh, it's just... Well, this bloodstain is so obvious, that's all. Yeah, and Yet van Zieks has made no mention of it.
I suppose that does seem a little strange.
Okay, can I present it now? I do have such a bad feeling about this, yeah. May I? Present.
Got it!
If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this bloodstain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom.
Yeah.
Good lord! Yeah, it's fucking weird, man. Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel.
Well said. Although, as advocate for the defence, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue.
Well, I trust in the game gods to put me on the right path. I believe that the bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether the evidence is genuine or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Arg!
Arg.
Ah,
This trial is over!
Mr. McGilded?
I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but... 'tis all over now.
But you're the defendant!
'Tis over, I tell you! What are you trying to... Memory, recollection, what people think they saw, 'tis all a nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the fact is that bloodstain is there, now.
Well,
And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalised, so I am. I thought better of Lord Van Zieks. Well, my lord?
I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollection of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence, and the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence.
Do we not have any photographs of the carriage?
I'm like,
Like-
dude, what the fuck did Scotland Yard do? Like, they're all like, oh, like, see, all these photographs, and like, oh, like in England, they do very good crime scene, like, investigation. And we're arrive in England, it's like, mate, we just call it.
We just got like one photograph. Or maybe like one photograph and like a weird picture drawn from the memory of some man.
Yeah.
And I also like that now it's like, yes,
memories aren't important. Only real evidence. And
Yeah.
It's like, but we've literally been going off
Yeah.
the memories of
Yeah.
everybody.
It's an entire thing. I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue. What the fuck? Well, up until now, you've been fucking fine, mate. Your lordship can't be serious. Lord Van Zieks, what is your position?
The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present.
Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. But as a formality, I am, of course, obliged to confirm with the defense first. What formality?
As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found not guilty,
Yes.
which would mean we've won.
Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now, with all these unexplained inconsistencies? Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please. Alright. Yes, my lord. The defense believes... Oh! As a defense lawyer, I can't say that he could be guilty. Like,
Yeah, like this
it
is
goes against my job.
Yeah,
Like-
it's literally our job here to prove him innocent.
Yeah.
But
I know,
I
fuck it.
don't
I'm gonna shonen protagonist this. We're staying true to ourselves. I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence. What are you saying, man? Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there's also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent. That means usually that they're innocent, though. Like,
quite.
good? Good gracious me! So I don't like the way he looks.
No.
Order! Order!
How dare.
This unprecedented I can't speak today.
Unprecedented.
I know it's unprecedented, I just can't speak
You
today.
also missed is.
This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused innocent into question. Are you of sound mind?
Wahahaha. Oh, 'twas a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was. A grand decision!
What?
I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your troubles. Your job here is done, fella, and some fine work you've done, so you have.
What do you mean?
'Tis just as the right honourable gentleman so succinctly put it afore. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how did he put it now? Nothing more than a formality.
Wah, ha.
Wah, ha, 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 ha.
Oh, that's a
I really don't know what to make of all this. Was the evidence we've seen genuine, or was it fake?
His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said.
The stinking rich are always guilty of something. You mark my words.
I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely park.
Now that proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea.
I thank you kindly, my lord.
I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
Objection!
But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain is in the bloodstain in the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth.
My lord.
The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place. I don't know what is up with me today. Yeah, truth!
My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection!
But wait! When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord van Zieks ordered the evidence to be secured. I am afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter. That's so unfair! The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
What?
My brain read it as puffer, and I got my time off. I was like, this is not the time for puffer.
Somebody's hungry, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Lord van Zieks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defence. Do you mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time? It's the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law. Magnus McGilded. Good grief, you've more to say to me, have you? Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over. Well, something to be looking forward to then. Oh.
I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not guilty.
I don't want your confetti. I don't want your streamers. I don't want your fireworks brackets indoors.
I actually really like
Yeah, I
this.
think there is a cliffhanger in the game. I hope we will actually find out what happened.
Yeah.
Because this is an outrage. They should have examined the evidence more.
What are you talking about? The man's been cleared. He's innocent.
Imagine if they did that in real court. Yeah, just streamers, fireworks.
Imagine, like,
Oh.
you know, being one of like the murder victims, like family members, and like.
Yeah, and like, oh, he's not guilty. Whee! Party poppers! Silly string!
With
Oh, and actually not with those open flames. No silly string.
Yeah,
thank you.
with the, to be honest, no confetti either. With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered the verdict. And my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end. I feel bad for Van Zieks.
So do I.
I was actually on his side in the end. I was like, oh no. Oh no, he's making good points. Oh, sorry. Why did you fade out?
Not guilty, ostensibly a victory for us.
Thank you, because
You're
I
very
was too
welcome.
busy yapping. Why did
You
they suddenly
was.
fade that out? Bastards! Normally don't do that. Well, I feel tired after that.
Yeah, so. Sorry, I should have worked out whether. If it's not beeping, it's revving engines. Man. That certainly was a long trial. It took a full week.
Yes, it was.
Your first ever trial on foreign soil, and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations.
And to you, Miss Susato, thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened.
Well, we didn't have enough time.
But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that.
The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection.
Aye, that you did. Oh.
Aye, that you did!
Mr. McGilded.
It's a rotten victory for sure.
Oh, and that girl is with him too.
Well, it seems the stories are true.
Oh, what stories?
About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. I'm sure you must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely.
I'd heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And I viewed the tank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not really sure I really did anything.
What on earth are you saying, fella? How did I walk out there a free man then?
I hate his face so much when he does
Yeah,
this.
same.
I mean, he's hilarious, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was much thanks to me, down to your planning.
You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? Damn lies! I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong! Oh, 'tis water under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared.
Nothing's resolved.
There's only one thing that matters to me.
Oh.
Aye. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and absolute deed. 'Tis grand, is it not?
I suppose it is.
Now, the fine fellas of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I've absolute faith in them, so I have. After all.
How much do you pay them?
Yeah, right. I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay.
Taxes. I was
Taxes.
supposed to believe you pay a lot of tax, sir.
Sure thing, sure thing.
Yeah. It's not that funny.
That'd be why I didn't laugh that hard then, didn't it? So then, as we agreed aforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella.
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that much. So,
That'll be whist. You're a humble people, are you? You from the east.
well, oh, yeah.
Well, if you insist. But have this still and all. You deserve a reward. Mr. Magnus McGilded. Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom.
Into the courtroom.
What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe. I hope it's not an inconvenience, sir. There were some changes to the schedule. Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection.
Sorry, what inspection?
What? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
Uh-huh.
They're going to examine it again? Now? Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous. This is not at all sus.
No.
I hope you have a whale of a time while studying here in Great Britain.
And there he goes. A free man.
London does not have upstanding society, no.
Oh, I forgot she was here too.
Please don't shoot me in the face with that again. Don't move!
Where is I want to say get a move on? She really does take forever to load that thing. Yeah. Mr. Stroud, would you mind putting that thing down?
You're a grown-up,
Sorry?
and I hate all grown-ups. There you are.
There you are! Oh!
Oh, what? Naughty, naughty, running off like that.
Is this the Lolita squad?
Yeah, apparently we've got the Lolita squad going on here. That's cool. That's very much,
She doesn't really look British, does she?
not really. She also looks like the owner of that weapon.
Yeah. Like, Gina, I can believe, but this girl, anyway, is this some kind of picnic? Is this little girl there?
And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher.
She's gotta be related to Shawms, isn't she? Looking at the goggles.
Ha!
I mean, Gina is named Lestrade after all.
Yeah, I did
so
wonder
I'm
about
like,
that too. Like,
who the fuck is this going to be? Oh no.
oh my.
Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me. Grr.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
The inventor.
Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty colour, I thought to myself.
To be fair, do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all?
I just took my eyes off it for a moment whilst I was changing onto a different omnibus, and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon.
Oh yeah, totally a thing this time.
Yeah,
I tell her what's it, what?
we're in steampunk
Uh,
Britain.
I have no idea what this girl's talking about.
Anyway, you're coming with me now. Back to my laboratory.
What?
What? What for? To apologise, of course, silly, to my technician.
What? You mean
Say sorry? You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. An adult? Huh, I don't listen to no adults.
Just the heart on everything, like on her
I'm here for
weapon,
it.
on her
I'm here for
ponytail.
it.
I mean ponytails. They're not really
Those aren't-
ponytails. They're more like braids,
they look like
twisted.
something that I'm not going to say out loud.
Yeah.
Come along then, follow me.
Fine, have it your way.
Oh, good. You see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end.
I'm fairly sure that what she wants to do is to not get shot by that massive gun of yours. Am I gonna get your name?
Picked him out to glamour wearing.
Yeah.
We'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye.
No name. Okay.
I'm so sorry for all of us.
She was a lively one.
Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now too?
Yeah, you're right, but where to?
Oh. We haven't. Oh,
Oh, we haven't had the time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. You should have accepted the money, you stupid buffoon!
Yeah, buffoon. Buffon. Yeah, except then he would have expected more shit from us, of course.
That's true. All our travelling cases are still with the bailiff.
I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings.
But at this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. It's okay, I'll just crash on the sofas here.
No, right? That's what I was going to suggest.
Don't worry though, I have a plan. If the worst comes to the worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night.
Okay, we're gonna get robbed?
Yes,
Possibly stabbed?
very much.
Please tell me you're not thinking of McGilded Park.
I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year,
A little.
but our youthfulness will see us through.
A little! We're gonna freeze to death.
Smidge.
I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one.
For sure.
Oh dear, that
doesn't sound agreeable.
No. I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilton down. That 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room. Or mansion.
You don't need to care about parks, you need to know who murdered a man. It's true, yeah, I'm also quite,
Yeah, and so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. I just need to know who killed this guy.
Yeah! Oh, cutscene. Oh.
What's going on?
Get
Get the fire brigade! Water! Bring water!
Oh, man!
Oh man.
How did this happen?
I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed.
No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating.
Oh my god!
Oh, is somebody stuck inside?
No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there.
Look at this.
He does!
Oh. This can't be.
Where did he get that scar done? He's a lawyer. What the fuck are you doing? I think it was a hunting accident.
I mean, he does carry a big ass freaking sword.
Yeah. Oh, that's the what? No, I guess now it's a new case. What?
Yeah. Given somebody's trapped, yeah, they aren't trying much to help. They're just standing there going, oh no, someone's
It's
stuck inside.
You could just open the door. But I guess they were really scared of the big, massive fuck off flames.
I mean, I guess in a pre-antiseptic time, if your burns got infected, you were a bit doomed. But also,
We only have 2 cases left.
Yeah.
Well, how
this is, we're at the adventure of the clouded kokoro.
yeah. Adventure of the Cloudless Kokoro. Let's go! Yes. I'm gonna guess everything is gonna come together later on. We also don't know what happened to Darka after all.
With the NHS as it is, you're still doomed.
So you might as well burn to a
But
crisp.
you can slap your
I
German
begin
on
to
it.
think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed.
No way.
Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover.
No way. No.
His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea,
That's what they're calling it, is it?
leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her
He's
back.
London!
Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set.
Come on.
And under the cover of a light
First
fog,
tradition.
the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
And she's still got all her guts in her. That's not very London. Yeah, letting people in with smoke grenades and guns and then letting them set a whole carriage on fire. It's a bit sloppy, isn't it? Oh, no, not this man again.
Oh, yes!
We'd caught customs in Britain, I must say, yes. Did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruhodo?
No, not at all.
It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious, I felt like we were staying in a palace. And with all the gaslights twinkling, it was brighter than day, even in the middle of the night.
Sounds like hell.
It does, doesn't it?
What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Buria, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. Also, having learned that this guy really hates, like, dark
Enclosed
places.
spaces, that
Yeah,
must
no,
have been a nightmare.
Yeah,
the
like in the
wardrobe, for
closet,
sure.
I'm like, sir, your bestie did push you through hell.
Strange Brittany's, that's us. Oh yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except when I learned that we owed £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare.
£3, man. Can buy like 6 eggs now.
It's true.
Oops! Yeah, sorry about that. The building was so impressive and the entrance so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking.
That happens to Socket a lot.
Shut up. I just run before they make me pay.
Don't do criminals things.
Don't do criminals.
Don't do criminals. Oh.
I'm not interested in Matilda, thanks.
Jeez. In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year.
Oh no. Well.
Yeah, well, welcome to London.
Also, the yen is kind of rubbish, isn't it?
That's true, yeah. Same thing.
Whew.
We're in a recession.
I'm sitting on omnibus on fire here. Who the heck was in there? What's going on?
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm really hoping that we'll learn this case and not the case after.
Yeah.
Because in which case there's going to be one hell of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we presented with the bill.
Yeah, well, I can't blame you. I would also have cried. I really am sorry.
Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodgings straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less.
London is a scary place.
Good morning to you at this early hour.
I remember how I... Yes.
How
are your Pokemon this morning?
Well.
Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday.
Susanna's son is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of an imposing Lord Strongheart.
She's just one of many.
Yeah.
Very unrelated to Vampire Man, yes. Very.
Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices.
They are fucking wank.
They are weird.
Sir.
They are quack, if you will.
Yes. It was very eye-opening. Thank you.
And in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end.
Yes, I've already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed.
Oh.
No longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer.
Well.
We got him off. We got him off the kick. He was proclaimed innocent. Therefore,
my country is delighted to welcome young talent from such a remote eastern land.
Thank you very much. So, I'm a lawyer now.
Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that won't be a problem?
Another case already?
Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience.
Are we not going to discuss the thing that
are
was
we
set
not
on
going
fire?
to? We're not. Apparently,
like,
we don't give a shit
no,
about the fact
I
that
guess we were not witness
Humst
to
was
it.
burnt to death. And why are the streets not talking about it? Also, there would be an extra, read all about it.
We haven't learned about that
I
yet.
guess we didn't. Yeah.
I'm sure I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I?
It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it.
What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for? The truth.
The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgments. Stop putting the poverty in front of my face.
Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it
I
has.
kind of hope he was inside of the coach, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yes, well. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defence. Find out the truth in the DLC you can buy in the story we got offline 5 years ago. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Wah ha 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 ha.
That would involve Capcom actually making Ace Attorney games.
Yeah.
I have a very twisted relation with Capcom on account I'm a Breath of Fire fan, and well, they could be that thing hostage. Anyway, I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilded really was innocent.
Mr. Naruhodo.
It's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth, and then the trial ended.
Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer.
Sorry?
What do you mean, Lord Strongheart?
Oh no!
Magnus McGilded passed away immediately following the trial.
No, we'll never
Can
know
we
the
really
truth,
call
though.
it passed away when he was immolated?
Woo.
No.
I mean, I bet those fuckers who owed him money did it in that case.
I
though.
bet so.
Like, nah, man. What? Mr. McGilded should have taken the fucking money. Dead?
I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk.
Anything has changed? Don't think so. I don't see anything new. I guess we'll just go with it. Or can I present him something? I'm gonna present him the armband. Oh. Oh wait, is that our name tag? Is that actually on the inside? Game? Tell me. Yeah.
It's his
Wait,
name.
no.
It's not our name.
No, the lawyer names and brought is on the inside here. That's not our name. Because they weren't so good. That was his band, of course.
He had his heart set on a study tour in Great Britain.
I'm sure he would have found the truth he longed for here. But he lost his life before he even had the chance to see the place. Yeah, we know.
I have such a strong sense of his hopes and dreams when I look at this armband, though.
Alright, so that's our armband here. I know what was
The one that doesn't fit you properly.
Yeah, these are the scales of justice. There's a symbol. They're a symbol of the defense, aren't they?
Yes, that's right. The scales are a symbol of fairness, to show that all are treated equally in the eyes of the law.
Oh, that's a load of shit.
That is a
isn't
load
it?
of bullshit.
It's just been shown.
And they're a warning to those who enter the courtroom without an impartial mind.
But if they're the mark of the defense, it would be more auspicious if they were weighing more heavily on the not guilty side, I think.
Very impartial, I'm sure.
I can present it.
I
Looks
very much
like
hope
that.
that
Okay.
nobody can hear the absolutely deranged piano playing that is coming from the street.
Oh my god! What?
I think somebody with a piano has their windows open, and possibly somebody is round there showing off. If they're not doing the tuning thing,
No.
surely not at like 8,
No.
9 p.m.
No.
But yeah, anyway, I'm really hoping it's too quiet to be picked up, but it's driving me up the wall. I preferred the beeping.
Yeah. Why every single time when we stream anything,
Yeah,
there's
something.
something going on
I'm
outside.
glad you don't hear anything. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Lord Strongheart, may I show you this?
To accept this item, issue a receipt, examine it thoroughly, and make a formal statement of my findings would require something in the region of 24 seconds of my time.
Sorry?
Does the item warrant 24 seconds of my time, Mr. Naruhodo?
Let's leave it for now.
Oh my goodness, nothing can beat the car alarm. Yes.
Oh my god.
Goodness. The classic camper van sound.
I want to
singing
know
the song of its people.
about McGill's dead. Death, even. I don't understand what happened. How can he be dead?
After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom.
Yes, of course. That was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilded had been accused of.
Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames.
Like, what the hell is going on in this fucking court?
Yeah,
though?
this
Like,
is absolutely deranged.
no.
Forsaken courtroom. How could such a thing have happened? That is being investigated as we speak. But already, the police have identified a corpse found inside the charred shell of the carriage as that of McGilded.
Do we know for certain it's him?
I mean, we
They
don't...
could have done a swap-a-rooney, just yeeted his, like, jewellery and some shit on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think DNA testing is even in its infancy.
No.
It's not even really, yeah.
No. That's awful!
The man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere.
Like, that bailiff really needs to pay more attention. Yeah.
That's true. And how could that have happened? That is also being investigated as we speak. Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilded did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus. Do we really need a recap of this? Okay. Well, I must be making tracks now.
I guess if you haven't played, like, you put it down after
Yeah,
the case.
exactly. Yeah, it's true. I must be making tracks now. Time for the inspection.
Sorry, what inspection?
They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
Flashback noises.
Flashback noises. An inspection of the omnibus? Not to my knowledge, I don't believe. Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage.
Okay, this is beyond dodgy now.
Set up!
But then who was Mr. McGilded talking about?
Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation.
Again, with the toilet.
Again with the
handle.
toilet flushy handle man. This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police.
I mean, they did such an amazing job last time. Am I
Yeah,
allowed to
great.
raise some concerns?
Double moi doigt.
I mean, this is very, very for British police. They usually
very.
do absolutely
Exceptionally.
terrible jobs at crime scene investigations.
It's
And
true.
butcher evidence all the
Right
time.
up, right up there with LAPD. Poor Mr. McGilded.
No, he was rich. British court. We are the police now. Yeah.
So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court?
Rubbish. Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was wow.
Mr. Naruhodo means that the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. It's really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old.
Wow, Susato San really has such a way of his worth. Words? Words!
Worth.
This is why I can't talk.
And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones.
Game. Stop calling me out.
The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can.
Like, if this is the most advanced in the world,
It's
I
got
don't
fireworks. It's got fireworks
Yeah,
and
and-
confetti. If that doesn't scream advancement, I don't know what does.
You also got like fire effects to tip the
Yeah.
scales, I suppose.
God bless the rest of the world. We'll own you soon enough. X to doubt you for sure.
The most advanced in the world. Is it?
It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair.
Yeah, okay, so you are in cahoots.
Yeah.
I don't trust you, strong heart.
National anthem plays. Simple. That was simple.
Though that was just corrupt.
That was exceptionally corrupt. As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial you couldn't lose. I don't mean to be contrarian, Strongheart, but the case was anything but simple.
The circumstances of the case were so incriminating. I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Yeah, sorry. Guy dies in suspicious circumstances right away after. Oh, that was a simple one, yeah.
Yeah, no. More about our crimes in Great Britain. We have Great British crimes. Nothing like your simple foreign crimes. No.
Is something funny?
No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. Most advanced crimes in the world, in fact, yeah. And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent. Wouldn't you agree?
What? Well, I don't know about that.
Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much, at least, is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I have prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before.
What's going on? What was he going to say before? Oh, by the way, sorry, slightly off topic here. Totally off topic. We can get the keychains for the Final Fantasy 14 event in.
Oh, we
England,
can?
but you have to buy 3 drinks for 1.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, it is confirmed that rather
But
than
we
paying
can get them.
Yeah.
Excellent.
How many bubble teas do you plan on getting in one day?
One day, we just have to go in separate occasions.
Most expensive.
Those are some pretty expensive keychains.
Yeah.
Event, yeah, the bubble tea
Crossover,
event,
yeah.
the crossover.
Yeah.
Was it Gong Chao? Is it
Yeah.
bubble tea?
Yeah.
You have to buy 3 bubble teas to
Yes,
get
in
one
one go.
reward in one go.
So yeah, you can get like the King Porksy mount.
Yeah. Or
uh,
one of 3 keychains.
Yeah, which I expect, to be honest, once we get there to no longer be there, because
Naturally, they'll be
it
sold
also
out.
seems to be determined per chain. They kind of have freedom with the chains to decide what they do.
What do you mean?
It apparently there are no clear regulations about like some chains, for example, seem to sell it separately. In the UK, so far, all I've heard is people saying that they have to buy the drinks.
Okay,
But
that's
in the
fine.
States and Japan, I believe you can just buy it.
That's extraordinary.
Yeah, I'm there, right? It's just so classic Square Enix crossover.
Oh well.
Crossover. Yeah,
Yeah.
the thingy event. At least we have one.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, sorry. I'm really thirsty and I was thinking about boba.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about boba now. Thanks, bundle. I wish that there was one closer to us
Yeah.
than London, but that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, new case!
Could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned?
Is it? Don't tell me it's a murder and the trial starts in 10 minutes.
Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment.
Oh, it started today.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should
So
be
yeah,
good
you
on
should be able
Sunday.
to. Yeah. It's,
There are multiple in London as well.
Yeah, there are.
But yeah, if you just it's on the launcher as well.
Yeah, it should be on the Lodestone.
Yeah.
The news,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the Gong Cha bubble tea thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but you have to buy 3 bubble teas in one go. So
Yeah, so be prepared to drink a lot.
to, or at least walk home carrying
Yeah.
bubble teas.
And to make it worse, they seem to be bubble teas that you cannot seal.
What? No.
Yeah, they're open.
Seriously.
Yeah, they're like fucking fraps.
Fraps.
Like those kind of.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That is so dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need them now?
I know, right? Like maybe they'll change it because sometimes this happens as well. Launch
That
days.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like just open bubble
Yeah.
teas. Who ever heard of an open bubble tea?
Yeah.
That shit gets sealed.
Yeah, I know. Like.
Boba Frappe, Boba Fett's strange brother. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment.
Like, sorry, I think you can get them sealed, but you have to specifically ask for it. So just be.
Righto.
Going it.
How droll.
Yeah.
In fact, this case is completely different.
Oh, I see. Did he just read my mind?
That is to say, no one has died as yet.
What?
And the trial will not be today. There is plenty of time to research the case thoroughly.
Oh, thanks so much. We get some preparation this time.
23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds, to be precise.
Imagine if this is how real court cases were like.
Imagine.
Ha! So, the trial's tomorrow then.
Does it involve a carriage and perhaps fire? we are nowhere near London sadly on Sunday.
Sadly, no. I would love to, though,
Yeah.
but no. It's a real pain that you have to buy 3. It's just
It's like, right, 3 is such an unreasonable number as well.
Yeah.
2 would be fine.
Yeah. I mean, it was bad enough with the KFC one, where they were like, you have to eat a full meal in the store.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Just what? You're not allowed to take the food home? You have to eat it, and afterwards you get the code?
Mm-hmm.
So if you couldn't finish it, you didn't get the fucking... Anyway.
Yeah. Final
Opinions.
Fantasy 14 mukbang when.
Yes!
Is everything alright?
No. Yes. I'm just a little confused, that's all. Yesterday's trial was... Well, it's left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yeah, to be honest, like, if you're going to have to defend criminals...
Well, I mean, you do have
which
to
you
defend
will.
criminals.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of...
Yeah. But, like, other games were like, yeah, no, you're only defending, like, the innocent. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Can't kill a fruit unrestricted.
Good luck. I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after McGilded's trial.
Ah, yes, I nearly forgot. There is one similarity with yesterday's case. And he's dead. Good job.
Wow.
Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense. If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome.
I think McGill would have been fucking fine.
Yes, probably.
The most terrible end awaits the defendant.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Defending themselves in court. We all know how that goes.
He clearly had a plan, didn't he? So...
Here we go again. The carriage is on trial! It did murder a man!
It did.
You're
Your
right.
time is up. You will have to excuse me. I would advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
It must be so loud in this room.
Yeah.
There is now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits.
I want you to go away, sir. Last time you mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time.
And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There is something I should like to ask you.
Oh, what's that?
Yesterday, you remarked upon something. That you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asogi. I would be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that.
Okay, you have no time, but you have time for this.
Inside 34 seconds.
Oh, well, Kazuma's always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world works so he could change ours in Japan. Now that he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself. And, here's another thing.
Oh. Another thing. Continue.
On the way here, on the steamship, he said something to me. There's something very important that I have to do.
Something very important. And what exactly would that be?
No idea. He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he'd ever made it to Great Britain.
You're out of time. Well, thank you for an enlightening discussion.
Mr. Naruhodo, what's this all about? Mr. Osogi never once mentioned anything of the sort to me. I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand. I've taken the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case.
He was in the room with the omnibus.
Was he in the omnibus room?
Yeah, he was an omnibus. He was like one of the people
was
like,
he
oh
that,
no!
Was he that guy, or was that just the guy who looked a lot like this guy?
I'm pretty sure that will be this guy.
Okay. He'll be able to apprise you of all the details.
So this is the guy who's doing a fucking god-awful job and expecting everything, so...
Yeah, that's true.
How long has he been here? There. Whatever.
Anyway, so I wish you the best of luck and bid you farewell.
Bye, Strongheart.
Go train your Pokemon. There's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma-sama, what did you mean?
Okay, sorry. I know we're in the middle of this, but like he definitely is Pokemon trainer code. He's Elite 4 coded. Like
Yeah.
this clock tower definitely looks like an Elite 4 room.
It does, 100%.
Yeah.
You're like the carriage wasn't that on fire and he could still bang on the door. How did you just leave him to burn there? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah. Like, bro, how hot
unless the door
wordplay.
shattered with the heat and he was already dead.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's likely.
Yeah. I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we'd better talk to the detective, don't you think?
Yes, you're right.
I hope I'm just imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all. Let's really just examine him.
Is that a pipe or does he have a wee newspaper thing
That's
full
what
of
I was-
chips?
He's
Oh no,
having-
he's got a wee newspaper thing full of chips that he's eating like a really normal person.
What?
What?
He's also
And then
eating
just
like half a potato.
shaking them up. And then like... What?
Do you think he's supposed to be Belgian?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, could we trouble you?
What, do you want to do it or do you want me to do
Oh,
it?
you can do it. You can do.
Crafting. What do you...
General English accent number 5.
Okay. What do you think?
Ah! Lovely weather, isn't it?
Hanker is getting more normally than this guy eats his food. What's the weather got to do with anything?
Ah!
Listen to me, you young Japanese upstart.
That's not a normal chip, mate. That's
Not a
weird...
normal chip. You've got a weird potato in there. Some frippery about the weather doesn't get every English gent eaten out of your hand, you know.
Susato-san told me it was foolproof.
I'm a busy man, a very busy man.
I think he's a seagull,
I
actually.
think he is.
That's...
Chew with your mouth closed, you nasty... There's a crime scene to investigate, but I'm here having to give the likes of you a talking to.
No wonder the crime scene investigation
Yeah,
was
no
rubbish.
wonder.
This
It's
is
full
going
of
to-
potatoes, apparently. What do you think Strong in the Arm would like? Would say to his floor getting covered in potato bits?
Yeah, I don't want to deal
Strong
with it.
heart. I know.
Yeah. Oh, I'm ever so sorry.
Can you imagine what the other officers there will be saying? Haven't seen Gregson anywhere, have you? No, he's too busy with the big wigs these days.
His name's Greg.
He's named Gregson. He should be eating pies.
Sir! No, don't do that to your potato. Those chips did not deserve that.
Ooh, mashed potato. And all because of some bumpkin who's here on a jaunt from a country I've never even heard of.
Okay, so...
So you're educated, aren't you, darling? Hear that ripping sound? That's my reputation at the yard going to tatters.
What are you doing? Is Scotland fucking yard, not even knowing what the hell Japan is?
Or how to eat potatoes. Oh look, he's a Mikote. Look at his other hand.
Oh yeah. Man, that's all the stress talk.
Yeah.
There's no need to rip us apart as well.
I don't believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Runosuke Naruhodo, a defense lawyer.
Eh?
Aye.
Sorry.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Aye. It's lovely weather we're having today, isn't it? It is unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine.
Unbelievable. How did she pull that off?
So, Lord Strongheart has asked me to fill you in on the case. The name's Tobias Gregson, Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard.
Right, Craig.
Gregson? Inspector Gregson?
What's the matter, Susato-san? Oh, what's the matter with Susato-san? Does the detective's name mean something to her? Alright, Inspector Gregson.
Inspector, are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson?
Is this the Lestrade to this?
I guess.
To
Maybe.
this Sholmes?
I mean, his name was Gregory.
Yeah. You're acting like you know this man, Mr. Zato, but he's a London detective.
Oh, I do know him. Very well, in fact.
Very well. Yep.
Yes, he features prominently in the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes.
Oh no. Oh, in that publication. What's it called again? Rand's Magazine.
That's right. Inspector Gregson and Mr. Sholmes enjoy a wonderful friendly rivalry.
Really? You rival the great Mr. Sholmes? That's incredible!
Oh, well, I don't know about that. Mr. Sholmes isn't a professional like myself, of course, but he does come up with the goods from time to time.
Mr. Sholmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. Gregson is the pick of a bad lot of all the Scotland Yarders. Those were his own words.
That's his highest praise.
Well, Mr. Sholmes isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see.
That he is not! And thanks to that magazine, my name's known all over London town now.
That's great, isn't it?
I have to admit that to start with, I was a little, well, flattered by all the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard went through the roof.
Well, that's wonderful.
No, it is not! There's nothing more sinister than the man on the street. People are always looking at me now. They're whispering rumours about me under their breath, I'm sure.
Rumours.
Are you quite sure?
He's changed since he started appearing in those stories. The fame's gone to his head. Stuff like that.
Gosh, do you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you?
I believe it.
I believe it. Like I said, they whisper, so I can't catch exactly what they're saying. But I know what folk are like.
It's probably more
They're
like...
probably like, what the fuck is he doing to those potatoes?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what they're saying. As sure as eggs is eggs.
Alright, Craig's. Good bit of sausage roll. I get the feeling this detective could be very hard work.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Perhaps a sudden rise to fame does change people.
Alright, let's talk about the case then.
Okay, certain.
So, about the case that the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before.
He just put them in his pocket.
Yeah, he puts them down. I don't really know what happens to them. It's like, oh no, it's like,
Warrior light in the warrior light pocket.
oh jeez.
Up
Yeah.
the butt.
Key item.
Nothing to tell, really. Yeah, definitely. Yep, they're in the wall pocket. As far as we're concerned with at the yard, it couldn't be simpler.
Oh dear. That probably means that as far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated.
If the yard thinks it's simple, they probably lost or
Yeah.
like ignored some very obvious evidence.
Definitely.
Oh, Gandalf, this could be a while. This,
Yeah, it is very possible.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Got a welfare bonus. I can't.
I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right.
A young woman was walking along the pavement on Briar Road when she was stabbed from behind. Fortunately, where did they come from?
London, we've been through this!
Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in hospital unconscious. I meant the potatoes.
So... My bad. Maybe they are lethal weapons that can be used as daggers.
Throw in potatoes.
That's
That's despicable. What sort of coward would attack the poor woman from behind? A criminal?
I suppose you would have finished whoever it was. Sorry, I suppose you would have finished whoever it was off with a Susato takedown, would you?
That is neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhodo.
Brace yourself. Sorry, brace yourself, Ryunosuke. You've angered her now. Okay, oh, fine.
Anyway, after something of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. He barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest.
So, there must have been something left at the scene that led you directly to the culprit? Allowing these guys, no, there was just somebody on the street going, that was him.
Yeah.
Saw him do it.
Yeah. He's got a hat.
Oh no!
Shifty face.
I didn't even read this. I said that before.
Or perhaps a reliable witness who recognised the person in question.
I haven't met a single reliable
No,
witness so far.
So far, no. Let me stop you right there. You're wasting your time on this one.
Oh, sorry.
There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the bloke now.
Why ever not?
Simple. The prosecutor that's been assigned to the trial tomorrow is Lord Baroque Van Seeks.
Oh no, we get to hang out. He is Edward basically from this game. I guess good to know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, was there any doubt, really?
I don't know. I mean, I was kind of expecting, I don't know, one of the other, like, the other games have a whole row of them. So I was like, okay, no, this is a returning one.
Fair.
I guess they were like, no, we can't make 500 crazy character designs that we all have to animate. That's not happening.
And we'll say if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. You don't know if you can get invested into another case and you don't know the truth about the other one. What if this one leads into it?
That's
though?
also the thing. It might be connected.
It might give us more clues. Ooh, I don't know. Sounds like you've heard of him then. Oh yes, we are very familiar with Lord Van Seeks. Believed to be the harbinger of death itself.
He does need to stop daytime drinking though.
He does. I need to stop also voicing her like a loperet.
The Reaper of the Bailey. Oh, are we going to talk about him now? Alright.
We're going to bitch behind his back. Lord Baroque Van Zeeks.
Thank you, that's my
who
line.
Who
faced in court yesterday.
You can't just show a picture of the other guy. I'm not paying attention. Hospital on fire next. That's the one. Mr. McGilden told us about him before the trial, didn't he?
I mean, that can only happen if there are orphans inside of the hospital. Then we can set it on fire. That's the only right time.
I'm sorry, what?
Look, I'm led to believe that the English hate orphans.
Oh, right. We, as English residents, are only allowed to set hospitals on fire if it's an orphan hospital.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I don't know what to say to you. This has got somewhat out of hand.
This is my experience as a foreigner in this land.
Yeah.
I'm led to believe you guys hate orphans in particular.
I mean, honestly, yeah. From what I read as a child, yes, orphans 100% of the time.
Like, if you couldn't use them to get like inside of your orphan crunching machines, you just straight up killed them.
Another one for the orphan crusher, Governor.
Like, yeah. They're like, that's boring now. Just go straight to the act. Anyway.
Where the fireball I just conjured into the black guilty part of the giant scale. Well, are we determining that Socketwrench is guilty of orphan crunching?
I did no such thing.
Pulverize!
I guess.
Well,
All you need is like one dude pointing at me and saying she did it.
Yeah, to put a horrible character in
TFS?
TFS. You know, you can't kidnap an orphan, they weren't wanted in the first place. That's horrible!
Wow!
What's TFS?
Like, I don't know what TFS is. I'm sorry, I'm uncultured.
That Friday show?
Remembering Team Fortress School. No.
Goodness, they really do give degrees for anything, don't they?
What?
Anyway, I have read that line. You're aware of it. Okay, good.
When Van Ziek stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs.
Well, he failed, didn't he?
Ah,
So,
do you think he's not gonna have some complex?
yes.
You can't. Yeah, and in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned!
Except the last one.
Yeah. This Reaper of the Bailey nickname, I suppose he's earned that because every defendant he advocates against is found guilty. Is that it?
No, we just all think he's a vampire, innit? Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector.
I mean, he's got some good branding with like
does
his
have-
chalice
yeah.
and his. Oh my god!
His
Somebody had to
branded bottles.
clean that all up. Like this bastard for throwing his chalices.
He has been, it's true.
I guess
Well,
that's
no
why the
wonder-
bailiff was distracted, right?
Well, maybe that's what caused the fire. Like, the sun came in through the roof, and it's definitely more likely to be refracted off the glass, and like, just in like one of those little magnifying glass and killing rays that we learned about in school onto the coach, and definitely not that like one of the streamers and fireworks or whatever set the town carriage on fire. He is a law, so he already is a blood-sucking creature. That's true. That's true. That's true.
Oof.
That in yesterday's trial against Lord Van Zieks, Mr. Naruhodo secured a verdict of not guilty.
So now he wants us dead, I'm pretty
Very
sure.
likely, yes. And what of it?
Well, I think that means that even against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not impossible to save the defendant.
If you have enough money and like fabricated evidence,
Yeah, if you have
anything
enough
can happen.
fabricated evidence, plausible deniability is achievable. Simple. No, you really don't have a clue, do you?
What do you mean? Just stop putting it in your pocket! Sir, this is really distressing me!
What happened to that bloke in the end, eh? He's dead! Dave. Agnes McGilded came a cropper in that omnibus when it went up in flames. So you can't rightly say you saved the defendant, can you?
Well, it's not like...
Yeah, like he didn't get sentenced to death for murder. He
Did Van
died.
Zieks do it? Was he so angry they kill him?
Oh,
No, that's too unsophisticated for that man, I swear.
yeah.
I
Like,
mean-
I don't know. I don't think he's supposed to be evil. I think he's just
No.
supposed to be a douchebag.
Yeah, he's this
But a
douchebag character.
truthy
Yeah.
douchebag.
Yeah, he stands for justice.
Yeah. I mean, that's normally how those guys are coded.
I mean,
aren't they?
yeah, Edgeworth was as well after.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know that as much. I mean, I have played at least one Phoenix Wright game, but I only know Edgeworth as just
Yeah.
from the. I know.
Yeah, you just know. Did you not play the first Edgeworth game? No, you didn't. You just played the Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
Well, I've never played Apollo Justice because I thought his hair looked dumb, and I just. I don't. That is a really dumb reason to not play a game. But
No, I think that's
at
perfectly
the time, I
valid.
looked at the characters. I was like,
No.
no, I'm not doing this. you know. Anyway, we did in fact save, and no, I know what you're saying. What are you saying?
Look, if Van Zieks could get the dirt to stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. But that's not how it goes. He doesn't work miracles, he works magic.
Ooh.
Black magic.
Oh, he really got his fucking vampire like
He does.
thing going.
Magic has no place in a court of law.
Well, I think Gregson is also using black magic on account of his chips keep reappearing.
They do, it's true.
I'm pretty sure that's a magical artifact there.
No, it's just
Bag of chip.
that's just conjure
Conjure chip.
repast chip.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have a good long think about that if I were you.
Are we really supposed to believe that?
Sure as eggs is eggs. That's the advantages of British court. Black magic. Yeah! Right, well, I filled you in as requested, and I'm very nearly out of chips.
Are you tired?
Really? Are you? So I'll be heading back to the crime scene now. We're still carrying out a few investigations there.
Also, this fucker is eating chips for breakfast. Now, I'm all for eating leftovers.
No,
But-
no, 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 no,
No?
no. Yeah, no.
No?
We're not dissing eating chips for
No,
breakfast.
I'm not saying
Fresh, bricky chips.
that. Yeah.
Potato
Yeah,
wedges.
no, I am.
I bet there's some under
No.
his hat. I think there probably is. I'd eat chips for breakfast. It was Briar Road, you said, didn't you? Where the incident took place? That's correct, ma'am. And if you head over to the holding cells, you can meet the criminal himself.
You've branded him as a criminal already.
He's as good as shaking like a leaf in his cell, he is. He'll give you a chuckle if nothing else.
Okay, cool, yeah. No,
Wow.
this is definitely British police.
Yeah, guilty till proven guilty. Here's inmate 53. Speak to the jailer and he'll show you the way.
Inmate 53.
I count the chocolate orange as one of my 5 for 10, but it doesn't mean it's right. Okay. Fine. I accept.
So, there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say.
Is something troubling you, Mr. Naruhodo? To tell the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning the case down. That takes courage too.
But if the man they've arrested is innocent, you could well imagine he would be shaking like a leaf in his cell. And I, for one, wouldn't find the sight that funny. Yeah, no, it's not funny.
So...
If I'm honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself. Good God. And I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try, so I think I'm going to make some inquiries. Will you help?
Did you really think you had to ask? After all, I am your judicial assistant.
Thank you. So, then, shall we?
Yes! Let's go!
Move!
In an omnibus?
Okay, Briar Road, scene of the crime, or to prison. These prison cells are where suspects are held whilst they await trial. Visiting permitted at certain times. I should probably first go to prison, I would have thought. Like, talk to the guy maybe before we visit the
So, yeah. Off to ruin another man's life. Yes. Or we could save it this time, maybe. You never know.
At least you guys gave him a candle.
Good God, man, this is an empty cell.
What is cell 9? We're looking for prisoner 53. So these are British police cells.
Prison cells, but okay.
The police cells is where we throw the police in.
Ghastly.
The police.
Feels just like a dungeon. Imagine if you win this one and then this defendant dies. Yeah, well then I think somebody needs to take a big close look at Mr. Fan Freaks.
Yeah. Yes, and having experienced it in Japan myself, I can assure you that the wooden cell feels a lot cozier than these cold stone walls.
Oh, don't, Mr. Naruhodo. You're making it seem worse.
Apparently, our client is in this cell here,
Allegedly.
but it's so dark at the back here, I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like. Oh, sorry.
Inmate 53, your legal representative is here to see you. Stop hiding at the back of the cell and show your face at once.
Am I a cat? As yet with no name. Calling me by a number, it's utterly, unbelievably, unjustly, unreasonable. I refuse to answer.
Oh, shut up and get out here, 24601. Mr. Naruhodo, what?
I can hand him over to you in a second.
What do you think is going on here? I will. It's fine.
I have no idea. I wasn't just hearing things, was I? It's darker. The directive complaints was in Japanese. Oh.
Uh-oh. He's got a little face hole. It's nice of him, isn't it?
Excuse me.
Shush! Quiet!
They're all around, hiding. I know they are. They're watching, listening, even now. I can sense it. Yeah, you can't talk through the bars, exactly.
Right. So, could us
There you are. You've come to curse me, haven't you? Don't try to hide it. You're a ghost.
a ghost?
We mean you no harm, prisoner-san. Are you Japanese, by any chance? This is beyond my wildest dreams.
What?
This is fun. Forgive me for that outburst before. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fine. We were just a little surprised, that's all.
Imagine it!
Face is
It's
beautiful.
been 12 long months since I left my hometown, and here I am in a frightful fix in a foreign land. So hearing the sweet, sentimental tones of a compatriot's voice here in this damp, dark hellhole is a most monumentally moving moment.
Okay, I'm quite digging this guy.
I find it concerning that the lead inspector on this case doesn't know where Japan is when
Yeah.
the accused is Japanese.
Yeah, like that would have done. I mean, it would have involved them actually interviewing the guy.
No, that's true.
Well, it's
Is he
gone,
in
well, you
prison
seem
or just
sus.
London? Oof. Got shifty eyes, that one. Probably.
Who would have guessed that his new client, Lord Strongheart, assigned to us, would turn out to be a fellow Japanese?
Oh, what compassion my fellow countrymen show. To dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student. Noble, nurturing, never-failing Nippon.
A first-class lawyer? Oh dear, I think there's been something of a misunderstanding here.
I wonder, would you be so kind as to tell us what's happened? Why you've been detained as a suspect, for example? Yes, I can, I will! Shan't stay silent! I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but he seems happy.
Yes, he does. I just hope he actually has a good reason to be.
He sure is a guy.
Thank you for your cooperation. I'm a lawyer, as you said. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
And I am Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant, Susato Mikitoba. I am a visiting student, sent here by our government. Notably, notoriously named Natsume. Suzeki Natsume.
Can we... I can't examine. Let's present it.
Yes, the symbol of one of our great empire's first-rate lawyers. Which means, of course, you'll stand by my side. You'll defend me.
Oh, no, sorry, that wasn't why I was showing it to you.
Then why else would you show me that?
Oops. In hindsight, that probably wasn't the best idea. Well, now I get to converse it with his face.
Exciting.
Let's ask him about himself. Suzeki Natsume-san, what an unusual name.
Call me Soseki, please. I'm a poet, you see, a writer of haiku. It's something of a nom de plume.
A nom de plume? You mean an alias?
That's right, Naruhodo-san. No, don't be so prosaic. It's much more refined than that.
And haiku? That really reminds me of home.
Did I hear you say that you were a visiting student sent over here by the government? Yes, that's right. A year ago I was told to go and study English. First I had to suffer that misery, and now this! It's beyond the pale.
suffer that misery? Did you not want to study here?
No, I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some years, of course.
Oh,
But, just because the government tells you to do something, does it mean you can do it? No!
oh,
What do you mean? If they told me to study English literature, that I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language. Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable.
I see.
Only the other day I was told to lend a report about my first year here. Send, but okay. I attended a blank piece of paper. Wise words on white washi. You must be a man of great standing. Oh yes, so I'm often told.
And often like to be told, it seems. The accusations against you.
Could you perhaps tell us exactly why you've been arrested, Suzuki-san? No, I didn't do it. I didn't commit that atrocious murder. Murder? Oh, no. It's all right. The woman didn't actually die, did she? But she was stabbed with a knife right before my eyes.
Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker?
I didn't see anyone.
What?
If I'd seen the person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here? Oh dear, it seems this case is becoming rather complicated. Why me? Why me? Why did that silly woman have to be stabbed in front of me? It's the curse of London. It's incredibly, inexcusably, irritatingly inconvenient.
So Suzuki-san was here at the scene, but he didn't see the attacker.
It's vital that we find out more about the case.
About the case.
It was an accursed evening, just after the snow had started to clear and heavy with fog. I'd been to the bookshop to buy some books, and I was on my way back to my accursed lodgings.
I mean, most lodgings will be accursed.
It's true.
It's so funny because we had the accursed thing earlier,
Yeah.
and now it's
Now
accursed.
everything's accursed.
Sure, the bookshop wasn't accursed too.
As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I went to overtake her,
Oh,
she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
This picture is kind of setting me.
It's kind of, yeah. Oh,
Oh no.
oh. Janet's fallen, she can't go out. But in England, everything is a curse. It's true. How terrible. I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish, grim graveyard. Somebody needs to take away this man's thesaurus.
Right, I'm so sorry. Slight exaggeration there, perhaps.
I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings.
At least he's consistent.
Yes.
That's not good.
They'll say it was shameful, I know, to run away like that. Tell me, Suzuki-san, was the victim an acquaintance of yours? Don't be ridiculous! Do you think I know any of these fair-haired English? And a young woman at that? I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure. I can't talk to people.
Ah, I see. A young woman unknown to Suzuki-san. And at the time it happened, who else had you seen nearby? Did anybody pass you?
Regrettably, apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul.
No one? Oh, great.
So the victim was unknown to you and there was nobody else on the street at the time?
That creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it?
Conundrum.
Is somebody going around shooting knives at people? From a gun, perhaps? Some kind of smoke gun?
Like legit.
This is the second case we've had where nobody was around, allegedly, when the person was stabbed.
It's a good point.
In the back.
Yeah, what do you mean?
On the front.
Yeah,
But
exactly, yeah. What do you mean, Susato-san? What's the conundrum?
was you? Okay. Turn yourself in, Kinado. Well, if what Suzeki-san has just told us is true, there's something I can't explain. He says that he didn't know the victim and that there was no one else at the scene. Then he apparently fled without having been seen. I did!
So
who turned him in?
yeah! But if that's
Who's the snitch?
yeah.
Who gets the stitch?
Yeah, surely this man, how is this man the culprit?
Oh! You... What did you just say?
Nothing. I didn't say anything. Oops, perhaps I thought that a little loudly.
Actually, that's not what was troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Suzeki-san actually come to be arrested?
Sorry?
He didn't touch the victim, and there was nobody at the scene to see him. So, how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place?
Because he can. Oh, yes. She's right.
It was him. That accursed great detective. He led the police to me. Of all the bad luck.
Accursed great detective. Could it be?
I shall never forget that man's name as long as I live. With his haughty laugh at his self-proclaimed greatness. Brash, big-headed busybody, be gone.
Oh!
May you be cursed until the end of your days, Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, if Sholmes got his hand, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. His laugh is very annoying. I understand you completely. I knew it.
Mr. Sholmes?
Oh, Herlock Sholmes. Sorry that I keep yawning. I can't stop it. I'm trying really hard.
Set me off. It's not
I
fair.
know! Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure.
It was the morning after that nightmare had unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a sliver of hard cheese when some men suddenly burst in through the door. They started shouting at me, "This is the police, put the weapon down!" Yes, it was a thin sliver, and yes, it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon. Disgusting, dietary discrimination devils.
I'm surprised to find him eating cheese.
Yeah, well, he's been in England for a year.
Yeah, I guess he developed some lactose tolerance.
Needs must when the devil drives.
You clearly had a trying morning yesterday.
And there he was, in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. That Herlock Sholmes.
It's actually just Herlock Sholmes. He's English.
Should be calling him Herlock Sholmes.
Herlock Sholmes.
Herlock Sholmes. I have since found out that he's a famous name in detection here in London.
Yeah.
Isn't most cheese lactose free anyway, like especially hard cheese? Yeah, hard cheese is actually lactose less anyway.
Yeah. Can still get you.
It can still get you. Don't ask how we know.
If you're actually lactose intolerant, it will get you.
It depends.
Yeah, it depends on the kind you got.
Yeah. Yes, the great detective is really very well known. And his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts, apparently.
Well, that's kind of...
He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman. Me, this weak-stooped kitten of a man.
I wonder what great deduction process led him to the conclusion this time.
Do you mean to say that Mr. Sholmes' deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable.
Well, do I got news for you?
Came past in, debris was everywhere. Oh. mad at you specifically? Well, the thing is, I was thrown into a panic when they barged their way in.
I think that's fair.
Of course you were. That's only natural. I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing question after question at me in impossible English. Fiendish, foreign, flimflammery.
Well, we are in England. You can't really blame them for questioning you in English.
Good point, but my mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. So I just kept repeating things like, yes I do, and I'm fine. The next thing I knew, I was in manacles, and before I knew it, I was thrown in here. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's hardly surprising.
I'm fine? He's not fine now.
Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
Oh, you can just call me Naruhodo. And when we're speaking English, a simple Mr. is more than enough.
Oh, yes, all right, yes. They've really got to me. This country is poisoning my mind. But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. You can tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you?
Well,
Why? Why is it so hard to say yes to me?
well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself, on a study tour.
A student?
I have defended the case in the Old Bailey. Only the one, though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in the country even means. This country.
Oh, Naruhodo-san.
I'm not even the foreign student who was supposed to be here. I'm a sort of locum lawyer, I suppose.
But that armband! That's the mark of a defense lawyer from our great empire!
It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my best friend.
A keepsake? I know exactly what they're saying about me. Oh, who do you mean? The lawyers, all the British defense lawyers, they won't defend me. Goodness, why do you say that? For the same reason as you noted before. When it happened, there was only the victim and myself around, and I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit.
It must be very hard for you, Suzeki-san.
And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them, someone not to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me before, in my earshot, without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said, and of course the foreigner did it. They even had the gall to say, the man doesn't understand half of what's being said anyway.
Wow. That's awful.
They're wrong! I've studied more English than half the policemen out there on the streets.
That's probably correct.
True.
Yeah.
I've travelled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history. No one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So, at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue.
The true British representation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they got it spot
Yeah.
on. So far, every single British person has been... Well, many British people have been quite horrid.
Yeah,
to
but also
foreigners.
not properly to your face.
No.
They're just the like snide little comments here and there.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Correct.
my
Well
learned
done.
slack. Yeah.
You could do it, couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through.
Suzeki-san, it's just that... Give me a little time, please.
Hmm?
I'll do what I can for the time being.
What do you mean?
We shall sorry, I thought it was mine. You go.
We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, thank you. I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you. Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
We should be going then, Naruhodo-san. We have a case to prepare for.
So I just wanted to save as well before anything else.
You don't need to present that to me.
No, it can. I've done all this.
Yeah. That bike has been squashed.
Yes. So this is where it happened. Briar Road.
Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo. Look at that regulation metal helmet. It's unmistakable. The men of Scotland Yard are here. They're investigating as we speak.
Oh, they're being useless. That's their job, you know.
But Mr. Naruhodo, to see one with my own eyes. They're often depicted in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, but I never dreamt I'd ever come this close. Oh, to a real Bobby's helmet.
What? The helmet?
Of course. I have to try one on one day.
Well, I hope your hatty dream comes true. Oh, I found a new chip shop.
You did. What's the Japanese delegation doing here?
Okay, I need to do a quick BRB.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna leave you on here. I know, very, very unexciting.
Well, it's like a mini cliffhanger.
Mini
What is the
cliffhanger.
Japanese delegation doing here?
Well, we are investigating the crime. That is our right.
Really now?
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, I need to do a stretch because I knocked my arm early this day and it hurts.
I was going to ask you how your arm nerve bash situation
It's really
was.
stupid. It was the softest tap on a door frame, and it hurts so bad, as if I've been in an accident. Like, I think it hurt this bad basically once I got in a bike accident. Like,
It's actually kind of insane to me that.
yeah, it's that level of pain. So I must just, I don't know.
I cannot believe.
Oh.
Do you need to go put some more painkiller on it?
You know what? It's not a bad idea. I'll go
It's
quickly
been
do
long
that.
enough.
It's been
Go
long
go
enough.
do that,
I'm
and
sorry.
I'll somehow hold the fort down here.
Yeah, there's so much to see.
Yeah, we can watch this man not eat his chips for a change. He's just standing there. And then occasionally you might get Tamagotchi noises as well, because I'm feeding my Tamagotchi before it goes to bed.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Oh, really?
You're not
Will
all
you?
by yourself.
Don't wanna be all by
By
myself anymore. At least the piano playing stopped. That's
fucking
something.
haunted.
It was, yeah, like this. Yeah. It's just bashing out what's called the
Do do do. It's like
no,
no. It was like do do do.
no.
What was
Oh,
it?
it wasn't doing the chopsticks. It was I can't remember even what it was.
I've never played piano. I don't know what these things are called or what they are.
You know full well what chopsticks are.
No, I
Okay,
don't.
We've had conversation about it before.
Well, I forgot.
Well, okay then. I was some classical piece anyway, but it was bashing it out way too fast and with all the wrong notes.
Oh.
Well, most of the wrong notes anyway. So I'm going to assume it was some youth. Like that. She says, "Oh, I won't leave you," and then she buggers off. I am all alone. There's no one here beside me. He got more chips. He did. He did. He's replenished his potatoes. I just want to know why he's got that weird extra. It doesn't quite look like a chip either. It looks almost like a corn dog, but we don't really have those.
It looks like a wedge.
Well, so do the rest of them.
I suppose.
Where are you going now?
I'm gonna steal one of your candies.
You bring me one too, right?
Right?
Right? Wow. Looking at him makes me want chips. But only the ones that you can get off, like, the street vendors in the Netherlands. The Belgian frites. That's what I want now. At 10 o'clock at night.
Oh,
What?
right.
What? What?
There we go, I'm back.
Are you back?
Might be slightly infused with
You're
Neurophil.
Nurofen gel. Wow, Nurofen gel infused soft candy. You shouldn't have.
I was joking, you know.
Do I know that? Do I really? I'm not sure about that.
Right.
Well, if I die, we've got witnesses. The carriage did it. We all know that.
The cart would never.
No, I don't know. Cart's mad because I didn't keep it enough in my heart. It was a bad breakup.
Alright.
Oh, Inspector Gregson.
Gregory.
This isn't on the tourist trails. I'm fairly sure you're well aware. Yes, of course. We're here to investigate. So, you've been to the holding cells then? What do you make of the criminal?
Do you think
your
it's...
ship's properly good.
Do you think it's supposed to be fish?
Oh, I wonder. Is that
Because it gets kind of white on the inside. And it kind of has more of a...
Yeah, but...
I think it's
Fish doesn't look like that, innit?
No, but I wonder now because it looks so different from the others.
That is the longest fish I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, well, we don't get caught like that anymore now.
That's true.
As like on a side note, I know you can't hear the music. You probably didn't play Phoenix Wright with music either, but I love this particular remix of this song and this I don't know. It's catchy. I like it. You want to listen to it?
No.
No?
It's fine.
Okay.
I can hear it later. I'm sure. He's not a criminal, as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect. We'll see about that. You Japanese like to stick together, I suppose. Oh, you do know the country, after all. Well, do what you will. It doesn't bother me.
Well, maybe he doesn't. Yeah, actually, that's weird. It's like, I don't know where it is.
Oh, I don't even know where your country is. I've never heard of your country. Oh, well.
It's you lot.
You lot. Luke's in court tomorrow, whatever happens. And the verdict's a foregone conclusion.
Oh, the stone cold air of rejection.
Take heart. London at this time of year is full of stone cold air.
That makes it worse somehow.
I want to know who's drying their laundry in the snow.
Wait, what? Where?
Behind his head.
Oh! Okay, who the hell? I guess.
The snowman did it.
Yeah, I was investigating the snowman.
What a delightful snowman. Snowman.
I didn't realize the English had a tradition of making snowman as well. It looks a little creepy though.
Oh, it has a scarf, look.
Does it look creepy? You'd only need one if you're out in this freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one.
I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment too. We certainly can't afford a scarf.
Surely this snowman here wouldn't miss his?
The person who made the snowman certainly would.
Yes, I know, you're right. Anyway, even if I borrowed it, it wouldn't do much to warm my neck, would it? It's covered in snow. Yeah, well, we had a whole discussion about the snowman. Daily News, the
Metropolitan something.
yeah, William Robbins something. Titian? Can't tell. Anyway.
That's either an optician or a mortician.
Oof. Okay, well, we're gonna check out these guys.
Practical optician, I think. Oh, that's a Scotland Yard carriage. They use vehicles like that to rush to crime scenes and cart away criminals.
You're very well informed, aren't you?
It's long been a dream of mine to ride on one of those through the streets of London.
Well, just pick up a stone and throw it through one of the windows then. Sorry!
He's not wrong. But that would mean being arrested in order to run it. Wouldn't it? Still, if it's the only way, help me find a good stone!
No, I wasn't serious! Oh, what?
Seriously, I was talking about that, you were like, yeah, whatever.
No. It looks dented.
Oh, a British bicycle, look!
It's dented, man.
Although the wheel is so misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore.
Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling.
Quite literally. It seems bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. There's even a movement to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well.
Yeah.
And dates it.
It does. Technically speaking, we've got different bike cells for that to solve it.
And we also got different
Yeah.
codes. But yes.
Yeah. But like, yeah. It was a fun combination. This bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that.
Goodness, do you dislike bicycles?
No, not at all. I mean, it's not that I dislike them exactly. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both your feet off firm ground seems reckless. If you'd ever tried walking on stilts and fall into a river, I know you'd agree with me.
Oddly specific.
Oddly specific. As a Dutch person, can't relate.
We'll have to hire a bicycle sometime. You can sit behind me while I ride you around.
I have a feeling this will come like into play
The
somehow.
bicycle, definitely.
Ah, that's an ugly blue door.
It's not my favourite.
So old school.
That's a rather typical old brick building, isn't it? I'm sure it has a long and interesting history.
Yeah. Well, time certainly seems to have taken its toll on the place. It's crooked and sagging all over. That's just British buildings.
Yeah.
In fact, it looks like decidedly worse shaped than the other houses around here.
We must find some cheap lodgings ourselves as soon as possible.
Yes, you're right. Cheap, but ideally with reasonably level floors. Well, now you're asking too much. You're in London, mate.
Yeah, no penny farthing, outrageous. Yeah, I think we're a little bit past that time-wise here, aren't we? Or are we?
I know
I
nothing.
assume so.
There are piles of snow on the pavement here and there, but the road itself is covered in carriage tracks.
It seems carriages often travel down Briar Road. It soon disperses all the snow.
I slipped over when I was walking down the pavement earlier. It seems like it would be far safer to walk on the road instead than we're going hit by a carriage.
Oh, but you're rather small, Mr. Nevermother, and dressed all in black. I worry coachmen might not see you and you could be flattened by horses.
Well, thank you for the rather small concern.
Certainly representative of British buildings of the 1800s into the industrial area. Yeah, that's true.
That's one of the officers from Scotland Yard. The police are making sure the crime scene is undisturbed.
Well, they're doing this disturbing themselves.
I have a feeling that if we wander too close, we'll be clapped in irons.
It's their legal team. I think perhaps you're being a little overcautious. We've done nothing wrong, so we have no cause for concern. Well, that's not how. No.
Yeah, like you're foreign looking.
And now the music's a little loud compared to you. Oh, did we turn it up when
we did it
the
actually
cutscene and then never turn it back down again?
Oh, yeah, I did. Actually, no, it's on the same thing as earlier.
Oh, that's so weird.
Isn't it hilarious? Okay, well, nothing has changed. Oh no, I'm not getting caught out again. Twice is enough. Twice I found myself in handcuffs despite not knowing a thing about what's going on.
Yes, you've had some dreadful experiences. I'm sure it's that wide-eyed look of panic you're so prone to. It does you no favours at all.
Ugh.
Isn't Gregson here? Wouldn't he be able to go know the defence? You'd think. But he also was all like, well, what are you doing here? This isn't the tourist route, is it? Like, yeah, literally, you told us where the fucking crime scene was, mate.
The clouds look so big and heavy in the sky, don't they? And with the dense fog as well, everything looks hazy.
Well, it is known as foggy London town.
I can just make out some sort of spire through the fog. It looks like it's still being built though.
Aha! Yes, that must be the Crystal Tower being built for the Great Exhibition that's to open in 6 months' time. Apparently it's going to be very striking, glazed on all sides and the symbolic centerpiece of the exhibition.
It's to be the largest it's to be the largest exposition in history, is it? I can't even begin to imagine it.
That is the Ace Attorney version of the Crystal Palace.
Do you see all the black smoke rising from the chimneys over there?
It says here that in Great Britain, many people heat their homes in winter using coal.
The only chimneys I really remember seeing in Japan were on top of the bathhouse. Do you think some of these houses could be on fire?
Not at all.
Well, even so. That much thick smoke billowing out up to the heavens is surely going to turn the whole sky black sooner or later.
Correct. Gosh, you may be right about that.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
No comments about the washing.
50.
Nothing going on here. Oh wait. We have something over here. This patch of pavement must be where the incident occurred.
Yes. It's a very wide open space, isn't it?
That's true. I can't see anywhere an attacker would have been hiding.
The snowman did it. Oi, what are you foreigners doing here?
There we go!
Ah!
Oh, just investigating the crime.
Conspiring with that moustache fella from Japan, are you?
Conspiring?
Come here to destroy evidence, have you? Get out of here before I give you an hiding. Go on!
Okay.
You shoot us away like rats.
Yeah, I should have given him a wide berth, I think.
What a disappointing experience.
I am very surprised.
What about on that building there?
Wait, which building?
No, on the left.
Oh.
It keeps on changing
Oh,
to the...
shoot, sorry, I kept missing that. Ah, look at the windows on that building there.
Are you sure they're windows?
Yes, but they're all filled in with bricks.
Oh, you're right. I wonder why. Perhaps it's an empty property where nobody lives at the moment.
There's smoke coming out from the chimneys.
Oh, it's the underground then, huh?
Huh.
Is that a Windows Taxes building?
Yeah, I was also
It could
wondering.
either be a Windows Taxes building or, yeah, like it might well be a Windows Tax building. It's true. I love it when they do that. Oh dear, everything still feels very foreign. There's so much we have to learn about this place. Also, yeah, that is the usual London experience. There's nothing on the paperwork on the side of the building? No, because that was the whole building we investigated. Absolutely nothing of help was found.
No.
Except maybe that bicycle.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is the snowman unique?
I don't know. It's kind of friend-shaped if you ask me. It doesn't really look that evil.
Somebody, I mean, they said it looked sinister.
Yeah.
You're hoping they had comment about it. They did talk about it. We did do the thingy.
Oh.
Asking,
Yeah, we can have more of a,
investigating thing.
we can have more of a chat with him.
Yeah, I think it's sus that they hang their clothes out to dry. I think that's super sus, but they don't have any comments about it.
No.
Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I read about it in The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I've been fascinated by the place.
The Yard is the most sophisticated policing organisation you'll find anywhere in the world, ma'am.
Allegedly.
Oh, and you know I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet.
It does make them look the part. Seeing that policeman there with his helmet on, you certainly get the sense that this is a man who will take no nonsense in his duty of protecting the city.
Oh yes, doesn't he look wonderful?
Mm,
Being a London Bobby is hard going, I can tell you. Oh, really? First thing in the morning, you know what he does. Goes round and rouses all the labourers on his beat so they can get off to work.
what? He wakes people up?
Yep. Raps on their windows with a long pole. Did it myself, going back a bit. I had no idea. The Bobby works for the people of the town. It's just another one of his duties. After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. You don't remember that being the police? I thought that was the lantern lighty guy, but I do remember there being a job that somebody had to do. But he has to cover 20 miles a day. That's the regulation distance.
I can't really imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way.
You know, we had the waiter upper, but I thought it was independent of the police. Yeah, actually, I thought so too. Like, he was called, like, the knocker or something like that.
That only sounds slightly...
Or was he just called the waiter upper? I don't know. Let me see. Knocker uppers, that's the one. Yeah, I remember that now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, they were called knocker uppers. Yeah.
I thought that just like, you know... Waker Upper sounded already a bit...
20 miles? That's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama.
On foot? That's definitely taking things a step too far.
And when it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the gas street lamps. Yeah, that's definitely not a Bobby's job.
No.
That's no. This guy's making shit up. Oh my.
And I suppose, in between all those duties, Bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well.
And chase after criminals trying to evade the law.
And that, if they have that many things to do, leads to false evidence and
Yes.
like... Anyway.
I'm not sure you could call it in between, like, exactly, more alongside, but yes. They're expected to handle those jobs as well. We do have men keeling over from time to time, I'll admit. I'd always dreamt of wearing one of those helmets, as I said. But it's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruhodo.
What? Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do. Back to the case.
It happened at around 5 in the evening 2 days ago, just there on that open bit of pavement. The victim, a young woman, was stabbed with a blade from behind.
Is it right that the lady is still unconscious now? You mentioned that she's being treated in hospital.
I never said she was a lady. Truth is, unless she comes around pretty smartish, we won't be able to find out much about her at all.
I suppose that means that they haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course.
In the pocket, thank you. Here's a map of the local area I happen to have on me. You can take it if you want.
Really? Are you sure?
It's Yard policy to give lawyers defending suspects the odd bit of information to go on.
I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still.
Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept.
A street map of the local area showing where the victim was found.
Anyway, as far as we know, there was no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So who did it, do you think? Not much of a head scratcher, is it?
Well, I know Mr. Natsume is also claiming not to have seen anyone else around, but...
But just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present.
I'm sorry to have to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure. How? Because, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed.
What?
We have 2 very reliable witnesses, no less. We had 2 witnesses last time and they weren't anything but reliable.
Yeah, I'm convinced it's supposed to be fish.
Fish, I think you're probably right. BBC articles. The trade also ran in families. Mary Smith, who used a pea shooter, was a well-known knocker-upper in East London, and her daughter, also called Mary, followed in her mother's footsteps. It's kind of amazing, actually.
That is.
It was a typical foggy London day, and your client obviously didn't see them.
There were witnesses now? Yeah, wait, excuse me?
Hmm.
What about these witnesses? Who are these witnesses, Inspector?
A fellow and his wife, and the man's one of the most reliable and respected citizens in all of London. Probably
It's
a
the
banker.
banker.
He's a copper from Scotland Yard.
Oh no!
Worse. Ah!
A policeman? That might change things.
This policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked.
Yeah, things we don't believe.
Nothing peculiar about that man. Part and parcel of being a bobby. Catching and banging the act and all that. With his wife.
Do you think it might be possible for us to ask that policeman a few questions?
Be my guest. You can ask him what you like. In court tomorrow.
Oh.
I've no doubt he'll be summoned as a witness. So that'll give you something to look forward to.
That's that then. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems.
The policeman witnessed the incident.
Yeah, that's always like red.
Yeah.
So many red flags.
As your judicial assistant, I must warn you that this could make our job very difficult indeed.
Yes, as a non-judicial assistant, you could have warned me of that too. Oh yes, one more thing, Inspector.
What?
The person who led you to this subject... Subject? What? Who led you to this suspect? I hear that was Mr. Sherlock...
Well done.
Well, I'm not copyright claimed.
Yep.
Mr. Sherlock Holmes!
What are you bringing him up for? Yeah, only copyright claimed in the US, that's true.
Was it something I said? The colour has drained from his... What was it?
Cheeks.
Cheeks, thank you. You know what? I'm gonna stay on Sholmes's.
Who did you hear that name from?
Oh, well, it was Mr. Natsume who mentioned it. He said that Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings.
I'm sure it was the result of one of Mr. Sholmes's inspirational great deductions. Fiddle faddle. Huh. The man's an amateur, and I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere.
Oh.
I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of the crime, wanders around spouting incomprehensible rubbish, and before you know it, he claims to have solved the case.
Yes, he's quite astounding, isn't he?
He is a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he? Gibble gabble! Huh. Ever seen this before?
Oh, yes, the Ranst magazine.
The wonderful publication in which the adventures of Sherlock Holmes appears. Yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the Yard's detectives in its stories. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery of all of us. If you ask anyone at the Yard, it's a misadventure to be included in any Sherlock Holmes tale at all. Well, I suppose there is an element of that. We work our socks off, every one of us, only to be fronted by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. The man's as dangerous to us as Scotland Yard as he is to all our criminals.
I mean, he's not entirely wrong.
Yeah. That can't really be true. Can it, Inspector?
clearly the great detective and the police have a complex relationship. Tomorrow's trial.
Now, twitchy Japanese bloke goes on trial tomorrow. Are you going to defend him or not?
Well,
Makes no difference to me, but I'll just say this. No London lawyer worth his salt would touch that case with a barge pole.
because the prosecution is being handled by the Reaper of Bailey, you mean?
There's no way to save the man now. It's a waste of time trying.
Did it once, we'll do it again.
It is all a bit strange, though.
Sorry?
The Reaper, he hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now. Yes, I did hear something to that effect.
It is also very sus that he suddenly appears.
And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum. The master criminals, the violent ones.
Ah! Master criminals?
The violent ones? Yeah, that's right. He handpicks his victims. Only deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for their sins.
But Mr. Natsume wouldn't hang for what he's accused of. Surely!
That's just my point, Sunshine. Yes, the young woman was stabbed, but it didn't kill her. Couldn't even say the intent was there. So this isn't the sort of case I'd be expecting the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into, for want of a better phrase.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting though. It's like, well, it's not exactly a minor infraction, is it?
No, there's got to be more to it. Some reason he's taken an interest.
Really? What sort of reason, Inspector?
Oh, you think I can tell what's going on inside the head of that Lord of Darkness?
I bet he likes that nickname.
Bet so. You'll have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial.
Are we really going to have to face the Reaper again? The Lord of Darkness, as he put it. Well, I don't think we're going to get any more useful information out of the detective.
Mr. Naruhodo, can I make a suggestion?
Oh, yeah, what is it?
Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this.
By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, exactly.
No. Look at her shining eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Natsume did blame Mr. Sholmes for all this, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He really did. Which makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not.
No, he's fucking responsible for this with his ridiculous seduction skills, so yeah.
I assure you, it's not simply my selfish desire to meet with Mr. Sholmes again.
The trouble is, we have no idea of the man's address even.
It's Baker Street!
How did you know that?
It's in the stories, of course. 221B Baker Street. The most famous address in the world. And I flubbed it.
I see. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose. We'd better try to find our way there before Susato-san gets any more excited and unpredictable.
Judicial assistant, Stalker, please. Thank you.
Hurrah! I'll summon a carriage.
So, we're going to have a reunion already. With the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. A new location has been added. Sholmes' suite. 20. No, you got me. 221B Baker Street is home and office of the most famous detective in the world. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. Oh, cutscene.
Thank you very much. It's just up there overlooking the street. Good day.
Thanks again. This is it. The residence of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
A lot less like a drug den than I expected.
Yeah.
See, that's all the opium. Yeah.
This is more like it, the inside.
Yeah.
So this is where the great detective makes his living. It feels surreal to be here somehow. Ah yes, is it as described in the stories, Mrs. Otto? Mrs. Otto's son?
Many famous cases have been solved here in this very room.
I mean, we have some dodgy things on the left here, at least.
Yeah. This is math lab.
Yeah, honestly, it looks more like a math lab. Not gonna. Oh, I suppose they must have been. Yes. I've never read the story, so it's hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be.
The detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears into the fog down an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it, the romanticism. Can't you feel the heart thumping in your chest? Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, I suppose I can, yes.
So, if you don't mind, I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer. Please, don't mind me.
She's obsessed.
Did you turn the volume back down again?
Yes, I did. How did they get in? Well,
Yeah, that's what I want to know. They just opened the door. Yeah, he's not home. He's not here.
yeah,
We just broke in.
yeah.
I
It
guess
looks-
maybe the housekeeper let us in.
Yeah, I think the housekeeper let us in, which is
Sus.
unusual. Yeah, it looks like our detective friend isn't home at present. Excuse me, is anybody home? What did they just what?
Yeah, right. Oh, do we have a visitor? That's what I thought. Hello. Is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes?
Yeah, I was worried about that.
Mhm.
No. Wait, aren't you?
Oh, how rude of me. I'll go and make some tea at once.
Oh no. I'm sure it's the same girl.
Do you think?
Mrs. Otto, did you see the girl who was just here?
Oh yes, isn't it truly extraordinary? To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes to take on his case.
The King of Beware, yeah?
King Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund van Ormstein, of course.
Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Forget the adventures of Herlock Sholmes for a moment and look over there.
The tea's brewed, and I have a freshly baked cake as well.
Boy, this is quite track. I'll turn it down slightly more.
Ah, it's you.
I knew it. Susato-san recognized her too.
Wait, this is quite... You only saw her like yesterday.
Yeah,
Mrs. Hudson. Yeah,
yeah.
thank you.
I think,
Yes,
yeah.
hopefully she let us in, otherwise we're just burglars.
Yeah.
Ah, there you are. I'm taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. Flashback noises.
It's the girl who turned up at the end of Mr. McGilder's trial in the defendant's antechamber.
I've never met a lawyer from the Far East before. Poor you, having to get straight to work when you've only just arrived in London.
Oh, yeah, it was challenging.
Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know.
Oh, thank you. Is tea supposed to look that colour?
Oh my, what a fragrant yet mellow aroma. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know
Flavour.
why I went with aroma. A flavour. Hooray! It's a winner! I tried blending different leaves designed to alleviate fatigue, you see? You must be exhausted after your long voyage here, and you have another ticklish trial tomorrow. Oh, and you're to defend a Japanese man. I do wish you lots and lots of luck. Did Mr. Sholmes tell you about us, by any chance? Oh, you know Hurley, do you?
Hurley? Mr. Sholmes to you, Shirley?
Mr. Sholmes was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see. Was he really? Well, I had no idea. I'm afraid Hurley's out on an errand again today, even though he's just returned from overseas.
Wait a minute. We met this girl for the first time ever yesterday after the trial, and only briefly at this. How on earth does she know so much about us? Did she deduce all those things, do you think?
And perhaps more to the point, why is she here in Mr. Sholmes' suite? Oh, silly me, I haven't introduced myself, have I? It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson. I live here together with Hurley.
Ah, Iris, is it? What a lovely name.
What?
What's the matter?
No, wait. This can't be. Did you say that your name is Wilson?
What's the matter with Susato-san? Why is she all flustered all of a sudden?
Yes, that's right. And what are your names?
Oh, I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a lawyer from Japan.
Oh, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Susato Makotoba. It's wonderful to meet you. Lovely. Susie and Runo. Got it. Susie?
Bruno. There's more to this girl than meets the eye. I have so many questions for her. I don't know where to start.
Yes, and so do I.
Okay. I know we just got here and we just met her, but I don't want to make it too late today.
That's fair. You do sound exhausted.
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be exhausted. But I've been hit with the EP.
At least this isn't too much of a cling film.
Yeah, okay. I'm exhausted, but you just word garbage comes out of your mouth now.
Cliffhanger! Where did cling film come from? What is wrong with me? Oh boy. Oh.
We're both tired.
Computational error.
We're both tired, yeah.
Word salad enabled. Yeah.
Word salad enabled, indeed.
This is me having a stroke live on air.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, it's not so much of a cliffhanger. Hopefully we'll be able to work out what happened at some point.
I
Because
think
I
we will.
desperately need the truth on that one.
I do have a feeling these trials are going to be connected.
My wallets are missing from your voice unicycle. Yes, exactly.
Oh my god!
Big Holly situation. Love it.
Oh.
God, it's been so long. I should watch that again.
No, they did this on purpose to torture us.
Yeah, very clear. I think that there's a high chance that we will actually find out what happened.
Oh yeah, no, they
otherwise
wouldn't.
that's just terrible.
No, they will let us. It will wrap up. I'm convinced.
We hope.
This game would not sit at like something like a ridiculously high positive rating if
It left
they
so
just
many
dropped
people
it.
unsatisfied.
Like, you can't do that to like.
Especially with this genre.
Yeah, narrative enjoyers will not let you get away with
No.
that. Like, no. No.
It's some big overarching plot.
Like I said, considering even my friend was vague when I asked him what happened to Dark Cat, if the cat was okay, I was like, well, you'll find out. I have a feeling that all the cases are going to come back in the last one.
Yeah,
Possibly some in this one already.
maybe so.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Because after all, we're also still trying to uncover the mystery of what our friend wanted.
That's
to do.
true too. Yeah,
That's also still an outstanding mystery.
And Mr. Pokemon Trainer did seem to kind of have half an idea of what that was.
Yes.
As well.
I also don't trust him.
No, well.
But yeah. So yeah, next week it'll be either 1 or 2 days of this game.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But
There's
we
gotta be
will-
a good reason why the Reaper's back as well. That's true.
Yeah, it's very true. Because it's like, why did he suddenly come back out of literally retirement, from what I can tell as well?
To deal with what seemed to be relatively minor cases, all things considered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely feels that there's going to be a shame suddenly needs to tie up all the Reaper's recent cases trial at the end, for sure.
Yeah.
But yes, sorry, you were saying?
Next
Next week, it'll either be one
Yeah.
1 or 2 days of this.
Yeah. We're gonna keep it definitely as a daily one. I mean a weekly
A
one.
weekly one, for sure,
until we
it's
finished
done.
it, because we don't want to leave people on cliffhangers. We
Yeah.
don't want to.
I
leave
can't
them
remember what it's
cliffhangers.
called now. Terra something.
Terrascape.
Terrascape.
Mm.
Yes. Just came out today.
Yeah.
Indie game.
Yeah. Like
I think
it
came
left
out of early
release,
access.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Early release.
I was playing it a little bit earlier on, and honestly, it's pretty fun. It's pretty
Mm.
good. Oh, it's June Next Fishing. No, it should be. I think probably we'll either do 2 weeks. Oh my goodness! Yes, you've got me doing it now.
Oh sure.
We've either got 2 days of this next week.
Yeah.
Or one
Yeah.
Terrascape
Mhm.
and one of this. In which case,
Mhm.
Terrascape will be on Tuesday, I think,
Yeah.
and this will be Wednesday.
Yeah.
Probably, because
Yeah.
you know,
We'll see. Mm-hmm.
Wendy's Woosday.
Yeah.
But yeah. We'll just 2 of this.
Yeah.
Depends.
We'll see.
It depends on how stupid I am never week. Oh my
Okay. Well.
okay.
I think it's funny.
All
Like
we
you
do
sound
is do
tired.
fishing. At least now we have all the tomes, so that next time we do fishing, we won't be
Yes.
fishing without.
I picked them
without
all up
literature.
today. I picked them up. I got them all up. I mean, I don't have the Dawn Trail ones.
Well, no,
But
nor do I.
Everything else I got. So.
One of these days, I'll actually do my trials and unlock.
Yeah, one of these
Dawn
days
Trail.
we're actually going to Dawn Trail.
I'm still on
Barbie.
Barbariccia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You need to clear Barbie.
yeah. It's because of the trials. I just put it off. I'm scared.
They take minutes now, though.
I know. It's not even like I can't do the tactics. I'm just
No.
afraid of human beings.
Yeah. I do like the fact that Dawn Trail is basically NPCs until the very.
Last.
Yeah. I'm
Horror.
glad they did that this time, that they managed it.
No, agreed. Because it makes everything much more doable right up until the very end.
Yeah.
Which, no spoilers from us.
No, we're sticking to the 1 month
Yeah.
spoiler embargo,
Yeah.
and even then I'm gonna continue to be, at least on stream, really careful when it comes to
Yeah.
extra story spoilers.
Yeah, I was going to say story spoilers we'll try and avoid, but we'll probably talk about areas
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
as we get towards the month
Yeah.
embargo. But yeah, story spoilers we will avoid until
Yeah.
it's much more.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right, we're gonna go to bed and be less stupid.
yeah.
Well, live, but it will still be
We'll
stupid.
still be
offline.
stupid, but we'll stupid off stream.
Alright. Yeah. You wanna do the outro?
Do
Will you
I,
be able to do word
do
salad out?
Let's find out.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for coming to our stream.
Mm.
Don't forget, you can't keep the car in your heart anymore because it burnt down and it took a man with it. Bad cart. No cookie.
The cart got murdered.
Cart got murdered. No, yeah. Well, we don't know. Maybe
Well.
the cart self-immolated.
Okay. Yep.
Always follow the cobbled motto. Live. Laugh. Objection. Until next time.
Oh
Hope you'll be well. Good night.
no.